Motivation reactions, back for another reaction video. So the Aston Hall situation is making me question what's happening. So I have a video here I'll momentarily react to. So basically it's going to show us the situation and what we can learn from it. To be honest with you, just be mindful of the people you see on social media and don't be too quick to trust. Anyway, let's get into it.
Great guy. I mean, it's a scam. Perhaps he's practicing for when all the people come chasing after him, demanding refunds for his scam.
Now you have Coach Greg and other people out there talking about how Aston Hall is scamming his fans and other viewers after his viral/controversial morning workout routine. And all I have is one question, which is, what the else do you think is going to happen? So let me get this straight. You have someone who's clearly using engagement/rage bait content to garner views, and you give him like $10,000 to $15,000, and you think he's going to follow through with services? Now, if this was like a one-off case, I would understand, but it's not. It's like hundreds of thousands of people giving him tens of thousands of dollars, and in situations like
that's crazy.
This that just make me think that people like burning money or just simply like being scammed and don't have common sense. In one of my older videos, I literally brought this conversation up about rage bait influencers and how they use anything to get views just to simply funnel you to make money. And it's this exact funnel that he used to make money. And it's not just for a workout.
What do you mean by rage bait?
PDF or supplements. It's literally for anything. In this case, it's mainly for business marketing, which I guess a lot of people want for his advice. And it's going to be in this exact formula, and we're going to see it time and time again. But it's going to be garner millions of views regardless of what you have to do, whether it be engagement bait, rage bait, say something outlandish on Twitter, and a select percentage of that audience will siphon off or funnel into whatever program or whatever you're selling. See, and when something goes wrong, there's always three ways to solve this. It's either give a complete...
One thing I will say to anybody watching these people on social media, when somebody is showing you a lifestyle, showing you how they're living, showing you a bunch of things that are shiny to get your attention, and the content is never speaking about things that you can take and use in your own life, it's not educational, it's not something that relates to you, you gotta question why they're on social media in the first place. Virality doesn't mean trust and finances in a positive way that isn't going to be shady, I should say. It doesn't mean that. Going viral doesn't mean that you're actually helping someone. It may mean that you're entertaining them. It may mean that you know how to grab attention and keep it, sure. But does it always mean you're helping the person? No. A fancy Rolex watch, big muscles, nice vehicles, maybe there's women in the videos. That doesn't mean you're actually helping the person. Always question these things when you watch these people. Seriously. Just felt like I needed to say that. Because it doesn't seem like common sense nowadays, to be quite honest.
Refund, which is oftentimes rare. It's number two, give a partial refund, which is oftentimes rare. Or number three, which is completely block your audience, change up your course name, and just act like you did nothing wrong. And the third one happens the most until someone large enough, in this case, Coach Greg is bringing light to the situation, which now you'll probably start seeing partial or refunds happening. But for most people in this exact situation,
so unfortunate.
They don't get their money back. Most cases, the content creator doesn't get 1 billion views on Twitter. They simply get maybe 1 million at the most, and they're able to do this to their audiences time and time again. See, getting your money back in these cases is oftentimes hard because it's seen as like a consultation or a coaching or a paid service, because yes, they can always sign you up to a group call, give you a PDF, and say that services were complete. And this is always a gray area. And there's always going to be this quote-unquote refund that they're offering, but it also comes with stipulations of saying that you get everything under your power to try and get the complete course. But most of the times, this is always a gray area, like I said. And of course, they're going to drag you along, holding your money as long as possible in case that time frame hasn't lapsed yet. And in most cases,
I will say this as somebody that does high ticket and acquires clients through online means. When there's specific contracts on what your services provide, how the refund policy goes, this gray area he's talking about, I'm wondering what he means. I cannot wait to get into it. But there should be some sort of incentive saying that if you do 90% of what I asked for, if you were this consistent, if you showed up with this many calls and you don't have the results by this date, you're refunded this amount. Something like that. I'm interested to see what he's going to say, but anyways, let's hear what he has to say.
cases, the best thing you can do is a chargeback, but even then, those are rare. But if you simply are looking at influencers or celebrities like this who sort of rely on a lifestyle marketing tactic, just see it as an overall red flag.
Yeah.
You'll see this all the time with social gram flexers trying to portray this lifestyle that honestly that they don't actually live without showing you the steps on how to get there. And I hate to tell you this, but there's no such thing as a 6-hour morning workout routine because it will always be cooler to show this weird lifestyle. It will always be cooler to rent a Lamborghini or portray that they're flying in first class because,
to be quite honest with you, we gave him the green light. Not only him, but a lot of these influencers on social media. Why? Because we watch the videos and gas it up. We never ask questions. No morning routine in 6 hours. He's right. No amount of things that you're doing to get you to that point where you look like that. You're driving those vehicles. You have all these flashy things in the videos. If I need to get to my point here. If nothing is shown in the content on how that was achieved, red flag. Red flag. We all want these fancy things. We want this magic pill to get the result quickly. We never actually want the boring stuff to get there. The stuff that you actually need to do to get there. It's our fault these videos go viral. We gas it up. We eat it up. But to get in great shape, it involves having good nutrition, having good training, knowing your stuff as far as what your body needs as far as macros, micros, sleep, supplements, not drinking every weekend, not always eating the pizza, doing the boring compound lifts, incorporating the dumbbells, body weight training, all that stuff, drinking water. It's boring. But if he does something fancy, like outrun a vehicle shirtless with muscles in slow motion, everybody watches that. We eat it up. We eat it up. It's our fault in so many different ways. Anyway, let's get back to it.
because oftentimes it's cooler to look at rather than doing the actual work.
Yeah.
So oftentimes they'll continue to show this multi-billion-dollar watch or a billion-dollar car because having no watches or no cars, no one cares. There's no views behind that. So seeing somebody wash their face with a $20 bottle of water or a $200,000 Rolex before they go work out is always going to seem cooler because if they don't do any of this, if they don't have any lifestyle brands, it's not going to get views. And this is the difference between online expectations and real life reality.
Yeah.
Because waking up sucks. There's no such thing. You're going to wake up, hate life, and get to work. That's the only formula. And to keep with the whole theme of content creators using rage bait or engagement baits for their audience, you have other content creators like Wes Watson doing the same thing.
He's showing you what works for him. He's just trying to help you.
No, I want us to critically think.
Yeah, that's the thing about social media. The intent of social media is to get attention as fast as possible. Attention spans are so small nowadays. You just need something to grab the attention. And like you said, if it doesn't shine, if it's not a watch, a car, a woman, or whatever it is, people don't care. People don't care. And we gas up these people, they blow up, it feeds their ego. They sell courses, programs on things that they don't qualify to actually teach or sell. Get your money. If you don't like the services, you want a refund, you're not going to get it. What did you expect? It's someone showing you a lifestyle. All, the fancy things on the video. They're not actually educating you on anything. How can you expect them to deliver results to you in your life to help you get to a better point? It's not possible. But we do it to ourselves by gassing these people up, by allowing these people to be idols without questioning anything. It's quite sad. It's quite sad. These kind of people seem to be winning. But God is my witness. It's not going to remain that way.
Think about this. This is a content creator who primarily relies on engagement bait or rage bait to yell at their audience, talking about a content creator who used engagement bait to funnel their audience, and cycled in a content clip to hopefully engage or rage his audience. Does that make sense to you? Because all of this is icing on the cake, because it's simply proof that there's no such thing as bad publicity on social media as long as it gets views.
That is quite sad, folks. That is quite sad. But that's the reality. That's the reality. And at the end of the day, like I said, we do it to ourselves. It's unfortunate, but I wish I could disagree with his statement. But that's what you get with social media nowadays. That's what you get. That's what you get. Anyways, let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Do you agree? Do you agree or disagree, and why? Do you believe that people should question things more, not just look at anybody on social media and automatically believe what they see? Should people be more vigilant? Should people trust content creators that are there to actually teach something, inspire, not just there to show off? Anyways, that's it for the video. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to like, share, subscribe, stay tuned for more videos. I'll definitely do more fitness reactions. If you're interested in that as well, let me know in the comment section, and I can do that in the future. May God bless you, and I'll see you next video.